What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I want to talk about how these merchants, when they go back to having their delivery drivers, you remember back in the day when it was only the delivery fee, the tax, and the tip? It's going back to that. So I'm not sure, like I said, I'm the only one that's testing out in this, this part of the plan. I'm not here to make any final decisions. I'm just giving them the driver's perspective and what they should work on. And I know that's an issue because you have to, well, the issue is how much the customer is going to pay, what goes to the driver, and then you don't want to have all those fees, because if that's the case, they could have just stayed on the apps. So you have, and I told them this, all of them. If you charge, okay. Now it depends on the restaurant. So the restaurant can say, you know what, I want to charge $4.99 or $5.99 flat rate fee. Now you charge that. Is that going to the driver? Is it going to like the handling, keeping up with the website and the app, the maintenance of it? Do you want to do a mandatory tip? Now, I used to live in Houston and I'm familiar with Favor. When Favor first came out, they try to make, when you got in your little orientation, they try to make it seem like the mandatory tip came from Favor. No, it didn't come from Favor, it came from the customer. So, and because I was a customer on the other side a couple of times, because they would do like these specials with different restaurants, and all you had to do, it was free delivery, free item, free delivery, you just had to pay for the tip. So I'm like, oh, okay. So when I became a customer, I was like, it said something at the bottom that it would be a mandatory $2 tip or something like that. And so on purpose, I wanted to see what that looked like. So I didn't tip. And yes, $2 was charged to my credit card. So when I'm talking to these merchants, I'm like, okay, you're gonna still have people who don't tip. So what do you do? And I'm like, I'm just being honest. If the delivery fee is $4.99 or $5.99 or $5 or $4, whatever it is, you have to figure out what's going to go to the driver of that delivery fee, and you have to be transparent with the customer. And that's the thing too. We're going to have a lot of transparency with the customer in a restaurant when they go back to having their 1099 or independent delivery drivers, because they're not doing employees. And I mentioned that before. So, and that's the part that I'm really emphasizing. Like, you have to be transparent. If the delivery fee, 80% or all of it or whatever is going to the driver, you need to let that be known, and it needs to be like held to that standard. Like you can't go back on it. I'm not saying you can't make changes, but you can't say this first 6 months, not to the customer, but like within your location, say, hey, okay, well, you know what? We're going to give the drivers 80% or 100% of the delivery fee. It goes to them. And then the tip goes to them as well. So it's a lot of good tippers out there. Now you got to find most of them, but it's people out there that tip. And then there's some people that tip $2. So let's just say, I'm giving you an example. Stay with me. $5 delivery fee. The driver gets $4, and then the dollar goes to the restaurant. Or the driver get 80% of it, or the driver get all of it, plus the tip. Now, they have to pay, unfortunately, that's just how it is. They have to pay for the maintenance of the website and the app. I don't know if that comes out of their operations, their operating budget. I don't know because I don't work at these merchants. I don't know what budget it comes out of. It can come out of their marketing budget. It can come out of whatever budget it is, but probably operations, right? So again, this video is really about transparency. That's what I should have said in the first place. I do. I just started thinking about so much stuff. So, but look, when these merchants go back to having their delivery drivers, it would be so much transparency. You're going to think you live in a different world. You're going to be like, wow, I don't have, and customers, no, I'm serious. Customers going to be like, you mean I'm not paying this fee and a low order fee? So, like with these gig apps, especially DoorDash and Uber Eats, you have to pay a fee for having a total under $10 or $12. It could probably change. So even if you ordered a drink from your favorite restaurant and they have their own delivery drivers and they're not on the apps, it doesn't matter. You can order a fry, a cup of ice cream or whatever. That delivery fee is that delivery fee. So I just wanted to touch on that message and talk about that because I know moving forward, we have to make sure we're transparent with the drivers and the customers. Customers, this is what you're going to pay. Drivers, this is what you're going to receive. So, but leave me some engagement as usual. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Make sure you click on the link for the Patreon channel, and I will see you in the next video.